season, New York has eliminated Miami.
This is the stuff rivalries are made of.
People don't like us up there. We don't like them down here.
It's always good for the league when there's a Heat-Knicks playoffs.
Last season turned up the heat.
The Miami Heat have done it!
And Knicks fans never forget.
Let's go, Knicks! Let's go! Make a billion!
The Knicks with a thrilling comeback here at home at Madison Square Garden.
This place is unreal.
But new leaders on both sides.
Bam's there, gets up and throws it down. Randall slams it home. Butler, jumper, got it!
Two hard-nosed teams. It's good for the sport. It's good for the fans.
They look to continue writing their own chapter. Next.
Welcome to the NBA on ABC, presented by Wingstop. The hottest team in the NBA, the New York Knicks, 11-2 since the new year, take center stage for a matinee in Manhattan, welcoming a longtime foe, the Miami Heat, to Madison Square Garden for yet another chapter in one of the league's rugged and fiercest rivalries. Indelible postseason moments from the late 90s, including brawls and game-winning buckets and a rock fight of a playoff series last year. Miami beat New York in 6 games in the Eastern Conference semifinals, becoming the second number 8 seed ever to make the conference finals, joining the Knicks. Rivals Week continues today on ABC with the Knicks and Heat, followed by Philadelphia, Denver at 5:30, and in the nightcap, the Lakers and the Warriors. And hi, everybody, with Hall of Famer Hubie Brown. I'm Dave Pasch. We'll check in with Katie George here in a little bit. The Knicks have won 5 straight, Hubie. Second time they've done that this month. Jalen Brunson, not voted an All-Star, not only playing like an All-Star, but playing like an All-NBA guy right now.
Well, you look at him, he's 6'2", 200 pounds. Just watch the footwork as we show you some incredible moves. Now, off the dribble, you can see here, he's averaging 30, 41, 38, 30, and 21 in the last 5 wins. So he's putting it together at his end of the floor. But the big thing I love about him, he'll make the big shot, and then with nothing on the clock, how about that for footwork? When you're watching him now, you're a young player, you're a backcourt guy. He's only 6'2", 200. Look how he challenges the big people up in the painted area. Everything is pivoting, crossover quickly, change of direction from the top of the circle down. Absolutely dynamite. You can't foul him because he'll go to the line and shoot 88%.
He'll be another guy that's been great. OG Anunoby. They're 11-2 since acquiring him from the Raptors. He is plus 239. That's the best ever for a player in his first 13 games with a team. A perfect fit for the Knicks and head coach Tom Thibodeau. With more on that, let's check in with Katie.
Well, Dave, we're well past a small sample size at this point. Tom Thibodeau says that the impact OG Anunoby has had since his arrival has been enormous, and there's an appreciation from his teammates and coaches based on the way that he plays. He's everywhere. Tip says he can space the floor. He's a terrific three-point shooter, but more importantly, he can play lockdown defense 1 through 5. He is so disruptive as a defender, and his steadiness has allowed Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson to be at their best. When Anunoby found out he was coming to New York, this is what he envisioned. He said this is what he's always wanted. He expected it. He expected to make a difference, and boy is he, Dave.
Yep, the Knicks have the best defense in the NBA since the acquisition of OG. Meanwhile, the Heat, Hubie, they've lost 5 straight games, and offensively, they've been the worst team in the league this month. They did make a trade getting Terry Rozier, but ultimately, it's still going to come down to Bam and Butler.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Both guys have missed a lot of games, okay? Adebayo's fine, but then Butler has missed 15 games. You talk about that, that's a third of the season. Now, you can see up front at the center position, 21, 10 boards, shooting 50%, and the assists are right there. But on the other side, Butler now is down 20 points a game. The shooting percentage is there, but what you want him to see is to be more electric and more exciting when the game is on the line. He's got to step up and power his way. He can post up, he can take you with a 3, he can take you off a dribble, and we all know that under pressure, he is an outstanding foul shooter.
Miami, the longest active losing streak in the NBA. The Knicks with the longest winning streak right now in the league. And they meet for the 136th time in the regular season. Next from New York City.
NBA on ABC is presented by Wingstop. Bring the flavor. And in part by H&R Block. It's better with Block. This presentation of the NBA on ABC, presented by Wingstop, will continue after this message and a word from our ABC station.
The start of a great day of basketball on ABC. From Madison Square Garden in New York City, the New York Knicks at 28-17, fifth in the East, taking on the Miami Heat 24-21, good for seventh. As we look at our starting lineups delivered by Taco Bell, Terry Rozier acquired on Tuesday for Kyle Lowry in a first-round pick. He plays his third game, makes his second start, along with Hero, Butler, Highsmith, and Bam Adebayo. They've had 25 different starting lineups, the most in the NBA this season. This is a new lineup as of January 1st, with OG Anunoby coming over from the Raptors, joining Hartenstein, who's back after missing the last 2 games due to injury. Randall, who's had a great year, DiVincenzo. Brunson, who will surely be an all-star reserve once the coaches make their selections, but was not voted an all-star despite being the number 12 scorer in the NBA and having a career year statistically after leading the Knicks to their first playoff series win in a decade, and now trying to take it another step, get to the conference finals, a place they have not been in 24 years. Miami, of course, not only made it to the conference finals last year, but made it to the NBA finals for the 6th time in 16 years under Eric Spoelstra. And the regular season they had last year is very similar to this one. A lot of injuries, a lot of different lineups, up and down play. But with this group, you know, once it comes to crunch time, especially in the playoffs, this is a team with a lot of big game experience and plays winning basketball on both ends.
Well, when you think of Miami, just remember now, 2 of their key guys, Hero, 19 games, Butler, 15, have missed those games, and they're 2 of your top scorers.